I'm going to be giving you the best Nintendo Switch settings for the new Fortnite OG. These will help you if you're a new or returning player. And even though these settings are for the Nintendo Switch, they work for any type of controller players. Quickly, before I load in, make sure to use code CODIUM when you're buying this new Battle Pass, all because it helps me as a creator. So these are the settings I want to be using for the rest of the season. So first we have the brightness at 125%. You know we have to see this new map in a nice and bright way. Next, I have Trisonaut 7 for some reason. I don't know why, but it just makes the game look slightly brighter and just better in general. Show FPS I have on because sometimes people don't even believe I play on Nintendo Switch, so I have to show that 30 FPS is what I'm on. Power saving mode I have off. I would never recommend this on Nintendo Switch. It honestly makes the game run so much slower, maybe 25 FPS. And remember, every frame counts on Nintendo Switch. And the performance stats I've disabled just so it saves me a lot of time. Matchmaking region, have it on the region you're playing on. Language, obviously I have it on English because I'm speaking English. Movement, toggle sprint off, auto open doors on, and mantle activation is hold jump. Hold swap pickup I have on, it swaps the gun on the floor with the gun that you're holding, kind of helps. Toggle targeting I have off, mark danger and targeting I have on actually. Auto pick up weapons I have on as well, for some reason, I don't know why, because I actually have preferred item slots on as well, just copy these down. Shotgun, SMG, consumable, sniper, and assault rifle, lovely. And obviously because of that, I don't need to have auto sort of consumables to the right. Reset building choice I have on. I actually kind of dislike pre-edits, I think they're not that useful at all, unless you're, gonna have a wall with a door. But other than that, I actually have this one on. Turbo building, obviously gonna have this one on. And auto confirm edits, I actually have this one on none. I have basically confirm edit and release off. Contextual tips I have off, and make sure you keep invert view off. Okay, for the game UI section, we've got reticle on, reticle ammo indicator on, of course. Damage numbers as cumulative, so it's like the total of damage you've done instead of just like the number of times you've hit them. The reticle damage feedback is hitting icons, and the damage number scales is 90%, so it's not too big. Doesn't take up the full screen, but it is still there. HUD scale is a bit smaller at 75%, with the spectator count off. Most of these on if you just copy these down, except for quest progress and creative runtime performance stats, which are both off. I don't use gyro controls anymore, but I'm still going to give you the best settings that I used to use when I still played in gyro. So active mode, combat and building, these both have to be on always so that you're always using gyro. The look stick effect should be none, and the gyro button should be custom only. Sensitivity, this is important, it should be at 1.4, and vertical horizontal ratio should be 1:1, so it's nice and even. Steadying should be at 0, and the acceleration should be at legacy. I have flick stick off personally, and advanced gyro options, obviously I have this on. If you want to copy down the advanced gyro sensitivity, the scopes multiplier is at 1.8, aiming multiplier is at 1.0, harvesting multiplier is at 1.2, and building and editing multiplier are both also at 1.2. And zoom scale sensitivity, this is on. Basically it helps you steady out your aim with a sniper rifle or a hunting rifle, which is obviously in this new season, with motion controls. Basically makes playing the game a bit easier. Handheld gyro player for the controller, and the yaw, roll and pitch axis direction should all be standard. I've quite a high smoothing threshold at around about 10, and a smoothing window of 0.110 seconds. And my tightening threshold is actually at the very max, which is 50. Basically means I have to move the controller a bit more, but it does make it more smooth. And I have a 0 dead zone as well. The controller options now, these are the most important. These are probably the ones you're actually here for. And I'm going to be giving you the best ones possible, do not worry. So we've got controller auto run, have this one on. Build immediately, builder pro, obviously have this one on as well. Edit hold time, have this at 0.250 seconds. And slide hold time, have this at 0.115 seconds. I'll explain why this edit hold time is actually so high. So if we go into the combat control settings, you can see I've got an edit mode here, a switch mode edit on my D-pad, and a switch mode on my A. Obviously you don't need to start playing claw for this to work, but if you have all three of these set, it will basically turn your edit hold time to the very, very lowest, which is 0. Reset camera axis is yaw, don't really understand this one. Reset camera time, just the lowest. Even though I don't have a reset camera button, so it's, it's all good. Vibration I have off just to get rid of a bit delay on the controllers, even though these controllers are sexy and never really have much input delay. I think I'm going to have Quick Weapon on for this season actually. It looks like a very, very, I'm not saying overpowered, but I'm saying very interesting one to use. Show diamond delay, I have no clue what this is, so I've just left it. And toggle behaviour, for some reason it's on slot 2, so we're going to keep it at that. My look sensitivity is fast at 7, and my aim sensitivity is slow at 3. Now these are the most overpowered sensitivity multipliers of all time in my opinion. I've used this for like the last 2 years when playing Fortnite, and trust me, they've never let me down. So It is build mode sensitivity multiplier being 1.8 and the edit mode sensitivity multiplier being 1.6. And obviously I have to use advanced options. These also really help. So it's a 35% look, horizontal and vertical speed. And then no added boosts except for these two, which are 7 and 7%, which is the look horizontal speed for the ADS. And then all of these are at 0, and then the look input curve is at exponential. Maybe wondering why I've got this and then all of these, but I've just found it's just a bit more comfortable. And yeah, if you want to copy these down, obviously do. From my own opinion, these are actually really good. Look dampening time 0. Aims to strength I've at 99% for some reason, because I don't know. I feel like if it's at 100%, it's never really working. So 99% can never do you any harm. My left stick dead zone is at 5%, which is very, like, I think the lowest it can go, and my right stick dead zone is at 30%. Only because I actually get delay on my right dead stick actually, which is a bit weird. But I've had this controller for God knows how long, so obviously I'm going to get a bit of drift here and there. Accelerate with thumbstick. This is on. Basically means you can drive vehicles using the controller, very easy, and tank. Got this one on as well. I've got very weird audio settings. I wouldn't really recommend copying these down because I have these like specified for recording, editing, and playing the game. So it doesn't, and streaming as well, because I don't want to get copyrighted. So I wouldn't really recommend copying these down. But what I would recommend you copying down is subtitles being off, extra small, white, none, and clear. Always recommend this one. This one's always an absolute banger to do. And visual sound effects. Again, you're a Nintendo Switch player. Obviously, you may not be. But having visual sound effects on is always really useful. Voice chat, everybody push to talk and on. That's what I have. But if you have your own settings for this, I would probably just leave it. Because if it's worked for you in the past, it will definitely work for you in the future as well. And obviously I have to mute all licensed audio because, ain't trying to get copyrighted by BTS. Okay, I literally moved the camera for this, but if you guys want to copy down my combat controls or my wireless controller settings, I would love for you guys to. But on the other hand, I would also say don't if you're not committed to either claw or you have paddles that are binded to certain things, because that is what my controller's literally got paddles here. This one's X, this one's something else, A, and then but I actually play claw, so I play with my hands like this. If you can see that, so if you don't play it like that, leave it and just keep to yourself the ones you have. However, there are some that I would still recommend, so do stick around. So we've got X for edit, which is what I do. Switch mode is A, and then I've got my toggle pickaxe on L, and then inventory there. And then that's just the usual. Build controls is kind of the same. Trap pick is on Y, that's the only real difference. And place is on the bottom D-pad right here. So that's sweet. Edit controls, this is quite important. So we've got the reset, we've got the confirm, and we've got the select. So basically what this does, it means you can edit really fast by going selecting the edits with this right stick, then confirming them with the left stick, and then obviously you can always reset using L2 as well. It just makes editing so much faster in my opinion. These ability controls as well, just copy them down if you're using claw settings or have similar settings to me. If not, just keep them to yourself though, that's all I'm going to say. And finally, this last one, account and privacy. This is, oh Christ, the most basic one out of all of them. So, watching, try and get as much information out of there as possible. But player surveys I have off. I really want to connect to Post Party for a video because apparently you can record Nintendo Switch clips from this app. So that, seems pretty cool. Filter mature language on. I don't know why I have this. Like, I'm a bit older now. I can chillax without doing that. Friend invite permission, anyone, text chat on, can receive gifts on, auto import friends off. Party joinability, I have this on invite only, not trying to, get loads of random people joining my lobby all at once. Public game stats on. Display name during regular gameplay. I don't really know what this is. Okay, no, keep this one off because otherwise you'll have it on anonymous mode and that's just weird. Purchase recommendations, leave this off. And hidden matchmaking there, but 0. And that is it for these banging settings. But yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel because I'm going to be uploading a bit more within these next 2, 3, 4 months. Who knows? And obviously you can always watch this video which is in the middle of the screen. Basically showing you what happens if I would copy down a professional Fortnite player settings and use them on the Nintendo Switch. It is probably my favourite video on this entire channel. It is really well edited. Spent ages doing it. And 15,000 other people have watched it, so I think you should too. If you're not going to watch that video, then enjoy playing the new season. Honestly, it's going to be so much fun. Oh, bro. recording on a hangover was not the shout.